The Cubs are not better than the Brewers, at least not right now. We're going to explain why.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into a discussion with you on all things Cubs. Today's episode is presented by Game Time. Download the app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase with Game Time. We have some prospect stats, trade deadline previews. Jed Hoyer's rolling all of this. Saya and Tucker, they're rolling all of this. And we're going to start with the Cubs' 9-3 loss to the Brewers. And they lost the series also on Tuesday night. It's not fair. It's not wise to make a determination of an entire season based on 2 games. But so far in this series, the Brewers have made crystal clear they are better than the Cubs right now, and it's not close. The Brewers have a deeper lineup, even though they don't slug as much as the Cubs. They have a deeper pitching staff than the Cubs, especially in the rotation. They play great defense, just like the Cubs do. They run the bases better. One reason this series doesn't have to be a referendum is because the Cubs are, at least right now, in zero danger of not making the playoffs. They entered Tuesday more than 5 games ahead in the top wild card spot. And while, yes, it's annoying that they're in second place in the division, it looks like it's trending that way. They do have the second best record in the National League. But Sam, when you put this all together, it is clear, even though that the Cubs might be a playoff team, the gap between you and the team you have been chasing for years has not only dwindled, it has gotten wider.
Well, what is crystal clear?
Smash the like button.
What is crystal clear is I want you to listen very carefully. I am never going to be positive about a series before it starts again.
Yikes, yeah.
I tried to put positive spin on this.
I felt you were going to make a joke about your pool at your complex with the crystal clear. Go ahead.
No. It was actually closed again on a 95-degree day. I could really actually have used it today. I cannot believe how bad the Cubs played on Tuesday night. I mean,
terribly.
I don't believe in the whole, all right, well, they should be more motivated after yesterday's game, or, hey, let's try and win one for Rhino. I know that stuff, that I don't know how much that actually plays into a baseball game. So I didn't expect anything with that, but I also didn't expect the worst performance of the campaign.
Right.
I mean, they were awful.
2 in a row, potentially.
PCA dropped a fly ball. There's no sun. It's inside. Nico Horner dropped the line drive.
That's
Shaw
weird.
threw a ball away. They had terrible at-bats with runners in scoring position, and they just didn't look ready for the moment. And I'm really disappointed. It's been a very tough week for this franchise. You lose a legend like Rhino, and I actually really enjoy just reading all the great things that people wrote about him on Tuesday and things like that. And you try and remember that it is just a game, because things like that do happen. Outside baseball, but in terms of on the diamond, it's just unacceptable, Matt. And I know we're going to get into Tucker a little bit later, and Saya, who's just totally lost at the plate. But this is a bad look for the skipper, isn't it?
How do you mean?
How I very simply, He left the team to come here. They won 93 games last year, and now you have a decent team. They're pretty good, and the Brewers are the best team in baseball. I mean, listen.
They are right now.
I would be questioning things if I were him. I mean, how good of a manager are you? How much impact did you have on that Brewers team? Because they sure don't look like they miss you.
Since 2022, the Brewers have lost these players in order: Josh Hader, Corbin Burns, Devin Williams, and Willie Adames, and Brandon Woodruff only recently returned from a long injury absence, and their manager left for the rival team. And they're playing better than they have ever since they took over the division in 2018.
And that
was 7 years ago.
And their baseball president left for New York.
That's right.
And they just
David Stearns as well. And Matt Arnold is in there at the top. And Pat Murphy's in the dugout. Doesn't matter. And example one is the guy on the mound tonight.
Quinn Priester.
He was a replacement level. He was a first-round pick. The Pirates rushed him up to the majors, arguably, even though he did well in the minor leagues. He was replacement level or worse with the Pirates. About a year ago to the day, he gets oddly traded to the Red Sox. Brewers overpay for him in April in a trade. And since he's been under their roof, their organization has done the utmost they can with player development, just like they have with him, just like they have with countless others that make this team the top team in the division. They do everything better than the Cubs except hit home runs. And to add insult to injury, they did that on Tuesday as well, courtesy of a former White Sox, Andrew Vaughn, who, as my dad said in the text tonight, he goes from the White Sox to the Brewers, and he starts to look like Ted Williams.
Well, I'll tell you what. I tweeted this yesterday. It got like
1,000.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with this?
I think so.
The Cubs will not win this division if Andrew Vaughn is better than Kyle Tucker. Right. And that started. People, you want to laugh all you want, folks. Can I read you what Andrew Vaughn is slashing in a Brewer uniform?
He's got to be, hitting 400?
Well, I only have coming into tonight, and he had a massive night tonight. Massive. Coming into tonight,
he's probably played more games than I realize.
Coming into tonight, this was his 15th game tonight. After tonight, his OPS is over 1.2. So if he's going to be better than Kyle Tucker, let's talk wild card. Bring on the card. Padres, Reds, Giants.
Well, that's where they would land in the playoffs, would be in the wild card. Yeah.
It was just terrible at bats. I mean, they were just terrible tonight. They were terrible and just disappointing. And if you want a glass half full take, is that, you're going to get to see these guys in less than a month at your park for 5. And boy, revenge should be on your mind with the way you played. Even if you find a way to win the finale, these first 2 games. Because remember, you went into Milwaukee early on in the season. You made a statement. You blew them out back-to-back games, right? It was like, hey, and now you're going in there and they're like, no. Yeah, it's still us. Appreciate you pushing us. It's still us, fellas.
It certainly seems like the Cubs are destined for second place in the NL Central this year. We're going to get to more of those reasons why right after this.
This episode is brought to you by Game Time. We've all been there, logging on early and waiting forever for concert tickets to go on sale, only to lose your spot for a show you've been dying to see. Live music should be about making memories, not dealing with the stress of ticket shopping. That's where Game Time comes in. Game Time makes getting concert tickets faster and easier than ever. Prices actually drop as it gets closer to showtime, and you can save up to 60% off with their killer last-minute deals. Folks, I'd love to promote August first and second and third against Baltimore. But you know what? I might be looking for concert tickets somewhere else with the way this club's playing. I know I could do either or with Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets and show tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Kyle Tucker and Seiya Suzuki are struggling big time in the Cubs order, the 2 and 3 hitters for the last few weeks, and certainly since the All-Star break. And you pair all these things together, including Jed Hoyer's possible approach within, it's actually less than 48 hours now until the trade deadline. Really, there's been basically no moves all week. Plus how the Brewers are playing, how the Cubs are playing. But then when you add in the struggles of Kyle Tucker and Seiya, it's really not a difficult equation to solve for why it's going to be hard to catch up to the Brewers, right?
Yeah, look. Well, let me go down a peg. If you're going to get this type of performance offensively from Tucker, Suzuki, and to a lesser extent Bush, you're not even better than Cincinnati.
I'm going to have to write that one down.
No,
so
I'm just saying
that.
I'm saying
no, but wait a sec. Okay, because the other day you said they were going to bench Ian Happ.
Yep.
Upon reflection, I thought that was maybe one of the more outlandish comments you've had on the show.
Okay.
So what was this one?
I am saying that when Kyle Tucker is OPSing in the 5s,
which he is this month, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And let me pull up Seiya's OPS this month. Just give me a moment.
Well, it's probably in the 5s or the 6s.
It's not in the 5s. It's not that bad.
Well, it's in the 6s then.
It's 737 because
it's in the 7s. My fault.
Well, but look, man, it's all since the All-Star break. He has 3 hits.
I like the marker since the All-Star break. I think it's fair.
3.
He's got 3 hits.
I think he got his 4th today.
Wait, why am I laughing? Am I laughing to hide the pain?
Yeah, and then Bush hasn't exactly been, Mickey Mantle. Let me, pull up his.
He
stats.
hasn't exactly engendered confidence, you might say.
Since the All-Star break for Bush, you want to know how many hits he has?
2, 7,
3, 4, 6 hits.
I was close though.
So my point is that
Horner almost had 6 hits tonight.
If these guys aren't going to perform, the whole reason the Cubs are here, the biggest reason is because those dudes plus Pete,
Yeah, those 4 for sure.
And so if they're not going to perform, forget Milwaukee. Let's start talking about the Giants.
Well, and the Padres, the Mets.
But they will. Like, the point is, that's the case. The case is, hey, I know you're real frustrated. You're going to sleep tonight going, man, the Brewers are better. But, well, yes, the Brewers are better than this version of the Cubs when Kyle Tucker isn't hitting. When Kyle Tucker is not performing at a elite superstar level, he's supposed to be a superstar. When he's hitting broken back ground balls to second base on pitches right down the middle and popping out in the infield, this team isn't that good. That shouldn't be a news flash. So
it's not.
So as long as those guys, once the calendar flips to August, if they start hitting the way that they're supposed to hit, then we can reconvene this conversation. But yeah, right now, of course, the Brewers are better. So are a lot of teams. This Cubs team is mediocre with these guys not performing.
Yeah, yet they have the second best record in the league. And it's why with the correct additions this week, if you get into the tournament, even though it's not the way you want to, you could make a run. We all know in this new format,
of course,
how it is. But Jed Hoyer has a contract extension with 0 leverage. And the Brewers are a reason why he has 0 leverage, Sam. He's not making a trade this week where he is in a comfort zone. This team is in not only need, but desperate need, especially of pitching. I would say the rotation and the bullpen. Okay, you keep bringing out this parade of veterans that a couple of them, are they going to last the season?
Presley and Pomerantz are starting to.
Those are the notables for sure.
Yeah.
And you could make a case they need to add a starting level bat as well. How do they seriously improve the team if Jed Hoyer continues to cling to his value propositions? If he doesn't overpay this week, paired with Kyle Tucker's performance, paired with the Brewers' performance, they will for sure finish in second place. They will finish in second place by a handful of games, at least, because they're down 2 games now,
plus the tiebreak.
And so is he going to seriously improve the team this week or not? Because if he doesn't, and you're already climbing uphill because of Tucker and the Brewers, you will finish in second, and it will once again not be close. It won't be. And the Cubs are a good team still. But they could have won the division this year.
And they still might.
Right.
One of the big trades that they need to make in the next 48 hours is they need to ship in Kyle Tucker.
Right.
What's
it going to take for him to get going?
The mechanical
does he need a rest? I mean,
the mechanical stuff, something's off.
He doesn't hit the ball hard.
He's not hitting the ball hard.
He doesn't hit line drives.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like he's just hitting the ball hard.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what else to say. He's not.
Well, he's not. He's not.
He's still taking his walks. I still feel
he is.
I still feel comfortable when he's up
there.
He
doesn't strike out.
He's just not getting into the baseball. It kind of reminds me a little bit of pre-send down Shaw. Just with walks.
Oh, boy.
It's not that bad, but it's just, what's his season numbers down to now?
Probably 265, 270 average.
He's sitting 273, 387, 485. I'm no mathematician, but his OPS is it's in the 860s. It's still fine, but it's just we need better than this from him. Hap, by the way, they're going to do X-rays, I believe, on his shin. He fouled a ball off his shin.
Wow, I didn't think it was that serious.
Yeah, so let me.
Well, that throws a whole wrinkle into the situation here,
right? Because do you trade Casey now if Hap's severely injured? There it is. X-rays were negative. X-rays were negative.
So. But Sam, what about like Hap and Swanson?
Yeah.
They're really, Tucker, it's an earned criticism because of his resume.
Yep.
But Hap and Swanson are hurting the team, no?
Hap is. Yeah, Hap.
What about Swanson tonight with the bases? Was it when it was the bases loaded? He swung at the pitch that was 5 feet.
Yep,
out of the zone.
He had two opportunities.
He had a really long at bat, and then the last swing was just atrocious.
And
I appreciate the at bat, but the last one wasn't even close.
And the irony is, he actually got moved down in the order today. He was 7th, and Horner hit 5th. And Nico had a huge day, and. The Dansby stuff, he's got a 299 on base. These guys just aren't very good. Hap and Swanson, they're just, this is Hap's numbers. He's hitting 227, 324, 380. That's not a good player. Dansby 249, 299, 409. That's all right if you're a great defensive shortstop, but that's not it's not enough. And you combine that with the pitching, and they're in trouble. But it starts with Tucker. Tucker.
Offensively, the problem on the market this week is, really who do you draft on the notepad beyond Suarez? There's really, it's a light offensive markets. But if I mean, the lineup on Wednesday just screams you almost have to get Suarez.
You don't say. Who's been saying that?
Say is going to be in left, and Justin Turner is going to DH, dude. That's a loss.
Wait, you're talking about tomorrow?
Yeah. That's a loss.
Oh, if Hap's out tomorrow, you're saying.
Hap's out tomorrow, Sam.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. I'd be shocked if he played. Shocked.
Yeah.
Brewers only -116. That will increase by first pitch. I'm not being, I'm just.
That's actually a great sign. I'm not sure how the spread's that close.
Well, I hope they win.
You and me both.
But say and left.
If they're down big tomorrow, they'll announce a
Turner
trade.
DHing.
They'll announce a trade. Let's talk about some trades, huh?
Wait. If they're down big, they can announce a trade?
Yeah, I'll explain why later.
Oh, my gosh. We get to this next. Come on. Today's episode is brought to you by our brand new partner at 5 Hour Energy. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5 Hour Energy Transfusion. It brings the bold grape, ginger, and lime flavor of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick, energizing shot. Whether you're sinking birdies or just making memories with friends, this one's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Let's be honest, some days on the golf course or off it, you just need that extra boost to stay sharp and energized. I can speak to the off the golf course part right now. Okay, I have literally a 7-week-old and 5 Hour Energy. That's in my rotation right now. Okay, that especially the midday, the afternoon. I need that thing right now. Hopefully not for forever, but my go-to right now is 5 Hour Energy. And if you go to 5hourenergy.com today, that is the number 5hourenergy.com. You can use promo code LOCKEDONGOLF to receive 20% off your order. This offer is only valid until September 30th on one order and cannot be used with other promotions. The code is not good on other subscription orders as well. But whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, get the energizing boost you need to power through. Order transfusion-flavored 5 Hour Energy shots today. We're back here on Locked On Cubs, the number one destination to talk all things Cubs. And the trade deadline is 5 p.m. Central Thursday. Right now, our plan is if and when the Cubs make a trade, we're going to give an instant reaction either via a short or a mini 10-minute episode with a full reaction later in the day on the full show. And Cubs Brewers also have their series finale Wednesday, and we'll need to preview Cubs Orioles before the week is out as well. The market's been really slow. I have to imagine it's going to pick up starting Wednesday afternoon, but maybe it's just a crazy day on Thursday. I have no idea.
Mark my words, if the Cubs are down late, a trade will be announced.
Okay, so
they love PR. Hey, instead of talking about the Brewers sweep,
they got Edwin Cabrera, yeah.
The Cubs got Cabrera. The Cubs got Willie Castro. It's done. Don't talk about that sweep. We're going to go into momentum against the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, really excited for when the Cubs are down 5-0 Wednesday and they announce that they got Charlie Morton from the Orioles. That's going to be a real PR boost.
You think Shota bounces back tomorrow, just real quick before we get into trades?
So the trade deadline, it's a time when you can make trades.
I really warmed up to Willie Castro today offensively.
Yeah, he's a good target. There's a lot of teams on him.
Yeah, I think he just is a perfect fit. He could play third in a pinch. He could play in the outfield as well. And his numbers this year versus lefties, 281, 340, 506. I mean, that's an 846 OPS. That would basically have him be a top 2-3 hitter on this team versus lefties. And I do think the Cubs are going to get Edward Cabrera. I think that's.
I do too.
And I think that's, I think they need about 6 new relievers. So,
well,
is Ryan Presley in danger
too? By the way, it's one of the Marlins.
Yeah, I don't want to do another package conversation. I'm tired of that.
Anthony Bender from the Marlins.
Do you think Ryan Presley is his job on the line here?
Yeah, his days are numbered.
Because it's
the problem with him and Pomerantz is that they're leaders on the team. So how much does that play a role?
Well, you can make a case their 3 leaders are Pomerantz, Presley and Turner.
Yeah,
and I think they've gotten a combined maybe 0.1 WAR from those 3 guys.
Right.
I mean, I get it. I get the value of leadership, but you can't have 3 guys taking up spots for leadership. Somebody's got to take a spot up. It's called production.
Absolutely. And that's where Counsell's going to have to really be a voice in this process.
Well, then that could be a problem.
Because he likes those guys?
I just, Well,
I think he should step in as the manager and say, hey, despite the players liking these guys, we have to move on.
Well, Jed should be able to understand that too.
Well, Jed should be able to do that regardless, right?
I'm just saying with Counsell, I don't have faith right now for him to be able to navigate this team through tough waters. And let me tell you something.
Wow. Okay.
The Brewers were 21-25.
Yeah.
And there were reports. I believe they were over at 35th and Shields.
They were 0-4 and 21-25. Yeah.
I believe they were playing over against the White Sox. And I was hearing all this stuff. Well, Murphy's benching this guy and he's doing this. And the Brewers people were like, this is ridiculous. It's not varsity sports. You shouldn't do this. He's panicking, whatever. Look, and I'm not saying that's the way to manage. There's a lot of different pathways to success. Okay. Tons of them. But all I'm saying is that team, a lot of people said, hey, we don't have to worry about the Brewers this year. I mean, for a month, it was Cardinals. And that Brewers team, since they've been in 2021, 21-25, are not only the best team in baseball, they're on one of the better runs that you'll see in the regular season. And I don't know if we have a manager. We're going to find out, to be able to get us out of that. And I know what everyone's going to say. He can't hit for him and he can't pitch for him. There needs to be something. That debacle that they put out there today on all accounts, pitching, hitting, and fielding, that's not going to play.
Well,
that's a bad take.
It's a bad take.
We perceive the gap in April and May between the Cubs and Brewers, but the gap is really in favor, again, of the Brewers. That's what's happened here. Right? It's not a 60-game season. So that's where we are. I guess I was yelling this episode. I can already see the comments. So,
wait, really?
I could visualize the comments in my head. I just feel like I raised my volume a lot.
I was gonna say, are we live? And I didn't know it. I
No,
know it's been a long week. I can't believe it's only Tuesday.
I know it's been a tough week.
Yeah. So.
All right, stick with us for all your Cubs news, which this week there's been a lot, and
hopefully more to come.
Yeah, to improve this team, salvage the series Wednesday, and more. This is Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. For your second listen, check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. They do a great job over there, every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on the Locked On MLB channel on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. We'll be back after Cubs, Brewers, or anytime a trade is made as well. He's Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.
Go Cubs.